Yeah, we full of hoes, but not the bribe. Don't throw me in the bribe. Don't throw me in the bribe.
All right. What is going on, YouTube? Derek Nielsen here, giving you the rundown on Bad Girls Club. Originally, what the original idea was, I was going to try and just give you a recap of all 3 episodes on one video. Not going to happen. Each episode is going to need its own little video if I can get the time to do it. So without hesitation, let's jump into some of this here. We are on the 4th season of Bad Girls Club. I have seen seasons 2, seasons 3, both awesome seasons. Really enjoyed the both of them. Season 4 is poised to be very exciting. Only because, I mean, this stuff is just non-stop. I mean, once again, Oxygen has given us 7 good-looking ladies. They're all in the house together. They're all just going crazy. And this is just going to be a wild ride. Now, I have not seen Season 1. I went to the Oxygen website to see if they actually had the Bad Girls Club DVD. Like, maybe they had like a box set or something like that. This was weeks ago. Maybe they've got it out there now. Haven't seen it. If and in fact Oxygen has not done this, released the DVDs, just, man, if you guys could, please extend the length of the episodes. We all know you guys have footage. I mean, it's on somebody's computer there at Oxygen, just hours upon hours of extra footage that you don't know what to do with. You can take a 45-minute television show and actually turn that into an hour and 45-minute television show. I mean, me personally, I usually watch the show in half-hour increments anyway. Just hit, stop on the DVR and then, just come back later or whatever. All right, regardless, let's give you a rundown of the Bad Girls Club ladies. I've got notes here, so you got to forgive me. This is my first time. We will start with Kendra. Kendra, who is wow, she's a good-looking lady, man. She's witty. I call her Supergirl. And the reason I call her Supergirl is because, for some reason, she feels the need to defend anyone in the house that she feels is being threatened or, whatever. And, it's interesting to see because I don't think she's a very good fighter. She doesn't strike... I mean, she even said it herself. She doesn't fight. I mean, so why would you throw yourself in the middle of a bunch? But, regardless, that's not really for me to decide. I mean, I'm trying to get the panties, okay? Because she even said it herself. The way to get to her is to use conversation, So if I ever meet her, I got that little note right there. We're going to move on to Amber. Yeah, we've got a new Amber. And I tell you, did you see the titties on this lady? Sweet Jesus, man. I mean, it's almost as if they enter a room 30 seconds before she does. It's definitely wild. She's a party girl, from what I can tell. And they call her the trash talker, and she does do just that. I mean, she talks more shit than a toilet stool. But, hey, you're on the Bad Girls Club. Do what you do. I ain't mad at you, darling. We are going to move on from Amber and on to Annie. A lot of folks I'm getting the vibe from a lot of people that they don't understand why she's a bad girl. Me personally, I'll say she's on the show for a reason. I'm predicting that by the end of the season, you'll want Annie to revert back to the person she was at the beginning of the season. In a way to describe what I believe Annie is, in my mind, she is a wolf in a wounded rabbit's costume. Okay? So as soon as you think she's helpless and defenseless, that's when you're gonna see that costume comes off, and you're like, hey, you didn't tell me there was a wolf under there, man, But regardless, that's that. And she actually did stand up for herself a couple of times. Once against Natalie with the whole egg incident, which was in episode 2, and then with Flo again, episode 2 with the cigarettes, and that was very interesting to see her basically cut those conversations short. Moving on now, we are going to go to Natalie. Wow, yeah, Natalie. We love Natalie. No, stop. Natalie's alright. She's got one hell of an ass. And she knows she's on the Bad Girls Club. She knows that she's here for a reason, and she's going to try and get as much camera time as possible. She's going to do whatever she can to just fuck up everyone else's world and make sure that when everyone leaves that house that they remember who she is. And, you know, she just might be successful. A bit of a funny thing that you may see in episode 1 is when Natalie's getting thrown out of the bar. The bouncer has her arm, and he's got her left arm, and he's pulling it behind her, and he's actually got her by the hair. And he's just pulling her backwards, and she's just screaming, and her right arm is yelling in the air, and you just know she's yelling, "What are you doing? I'm Red LA, I'm Red LA." You just fucking know it, man. But it's wild. Regardless, moving on from Natalie, we will go to Kate, which in my mind, she is almost like the bad girl that is just not there. I mean, she even said it herself, it's going to take her a while to kind of warm up to the situation and show her true colors. But, you know, darling, we only got like, 13, 14 episodes? You're going to have to do something here, man. Flash a titty, something, shit. I will say this about Kate, though, but episode 1, when she's doing where they're showing like interviews, they're interviewing her and they're showing this like footage from when she was back at home. You see her in a half naked, got a bikini on, in a tub with like 3 dudes that are half naked, and she's got a boyfriend. So I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, you know, wow, you know, I mean, this guy was sitting around with his friends and said, let me call my girlfriend over, and as soon as she gets over, let's go to the tub. I mean, or did they just show up and then you guys are like, you know, hey, let's go to the tub. Regardless, hey, that's how you kick it, man. I am not mad at you. Do what you do. It just caught me off guard like a motherfucker, man. I mean, if I'd have known, you know, Kate was into doing all that kind of shit, you know, I'd have said, you can come on over, just hop in the fucking tub with me. You know, I'll make sure it's clean. It's all good, man. All right, moving on from Kate, we are going to go to Portia. Portia. She has got a banging ass body. Period. Just, you know, period, point blank. I mean, her body is banging like a motherfucker. I can't. Well, as a matter of fact, I think she was in a bikini a little bit last night. I was going to say I can't wait to see her in a bikini, but I'm pretty sure she was. I've only seen the 3rd episode once. I've got to go back over and see it again and take notes and all that stuff. But one of the things that I really like about Portia, episode 1, you actually see her defend her decision to steal Annie's bed against Annie, Kendra, and Natalie. I actually had a coworker say she wasn't arguing against Natalie, but you got to watch the footage again. If you take a look, it starts off with her and Annie. Then Kendra comes over and she starts saying what she wants to say too. Then briefly you see Natalie come in. She starts jumping on Portia's bed. And if you notice with Natalie, sometimes she'll just say shit. I mean, you can tell she's just kind of being loud to be loud, but darling, they're paying you to do it, so you be as loud as you want to be. I tell you what, okay? Now we're gonna move on from Portia to Flo. Yes, I did save the best for last, and I will tell you, my money is on Flo. I like Flo. I think that, and I do my best to watch the show and not really pick favorites, but I like Flo. She seems to be a little bit down to earth. She seems to be the kind of woman that I could barbecue with, and you know, it's all good, you know. So there that is. Just random thoughts on the show and where I think it's gonna go. Portia's gonna get kicked out of the house. It's gonna happen. Me personally, if you guys let Natalie stay, you know, and you know Natalie's going to keep causing problems, why not let someone, you know, as quiet and reserved as Portia go ahead and stay? But maybe she decides to go home. I don't know. Regardless, this has been the rundown of Bad Girls Club Season 4. Again, we're going to try and go ahead and put up videos as far as just on each and every episode. One last piece of news here. I just got my new Maxim in the mail today, and I can tell you that Olivia Munn is on the cover. God bless Olivia. Nah, she's awesome, man. So, until next time, this is Derek Nielsen. We'll see you later.